In 2012, a Pakistani girl was shot 3 times in the head. She became a symbol for gender discrimination, speaking up against inequality and the power youth can possess. Malala. Our idea began in a classroom, reading about this girl, the same age as us, 6 girls, 6 high school freshmen in Panama. We felt our hearts ache and our heads shake in disgust simply imagining such treatment instilled in the premise of humanity. From this moment on, we felt determined, obligated to make change happen with our very own hands, to do something about gender discrimination and ultimately emphasize the importance of education. We started by joining She's a First, an organization that strives to give girls an education around the world, making them the first in their family to go to school. The concept, although amazing, revolved around us only fundraising and lacked that human factor that we sought, not being able to see the change we were making.
Upon attending the Global Issues Network, we realized that our own community was in need of the help we could provide. That's where RISE began. We were 6 high school girls with an idea and a passion, and soon enough it became a huge part of our lives.
Our 2 main goals are to promote education and gender equality among the youth, and to create consciousness and awareness about the obstacles involving gender equality and education for all.
RISE always feels like home. Whenever I'm sending emails or writing to-do lists or contacting people, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And coming up with creative ways to teach students and collaborating with people that feel as passionate about gender equality as I do, and watching my hard work become successful is now a part of who I am. And everything about RISE makes me happy, the victories, the losses, and especially all the stress in between those two.
Being able to help the children of my nation, creating an educated generation. It is being able to step out of my bubble and see that the world, especially this children's world, is not painted pink. RISE to me is being able to break the chains that bind my sister, my mother, but also myself and other men, and for that fact, any other person around the world.
There is no doubt that RISE has become part of my life. Every week, I look forward to seeing the kids, and their noticeable growth has made me grow as a person as well. It is gratifying to know that these kids we teach are waiting for us, ready to learn. Their enthusiasm as we walk into the classroom makes me realize that there is hope for the future.
RISE has helped me understand that really we are the more privileged class, and like that's the reason why we can go out and do all these things, is we don't have to focus on really just our own survival, but we can help like other people around too. And then it's also like learning that English really isn't something that you just automatically know, and it's like, you know, you kind of assume that everyone has the same basic level as you, but it's not like that. And so, you know, you have to like learn a lot more communication skills and how to explain stuff better, and it's like, you know, it makes you be more, like it helps you more with like patience and such too. So.
When you're our age, you have this sense of helplessness, like everything you do, any attempt to change that you make, it's going to be so insignificant next to everything that you're trying to do for this world. And you look at your role models and you see adults that have caused the change they have at ages much older than yours. You begin to doubt yourself, and it hurts to care so much, yet think you can do so little about it. And I used to think this way before RISE came to be and before we created something so empowering, so strong, so important. RISE makes me believe in my power. If anything, it's a source of hope for me. And I believe that it's a source of hope for the people we're fighting for too. I think RISE, to me, is growth. Because I think change, we think about it a lot and we read about it in textbooks, but really when it comes down to it, we don't see it in real life continuously. And I think going every Wednesday to teach these kids and to learn from them, you really see the growth and the impact they have on you and the impact you have on them. And as we see this growth and this change in our community, in the people and everyone around us, in these children and in ourselves, it really just empowers us and drives us to help as much as we can and to really strive to obtain that growth that is just incredibly rewarding.
thinking for a solution to problems as big as changing the whole education system or accepting everyone as they are, it seems nearly impossible. Politicians, the UN, the government, and million other geniuses have sat down in conference rooms for hours discussing solutions for these problems. But what sometimes is not understood is that breaking this problem into million little pieces and every day actively working to combat them is much more efficient. With RISE, we might not be changing the whole world, but we're definitely making an impact in communities around Panama City, slowly obtaining the reality they deserve.
RISE should be highly considered for this award for 3 reasons. First, ever since its beginning 2 years ago, RISE has morphed into a successful club, run by 5 high school girls who now manage an organization that extends to various locations in Panama. Second, RISE has not only united its members, but the entirety of Balboa Academy. And finally, it exemplifies sustainability and exponential growth in terms of projects.